So I'm heading home. I got my stupid COVID test on Sunday, and it is now Thursday, and I still don't know anything. I told you on my last video that Reverend Alicia got hers. My brother Donnie, who's having heart surgery on Monday, called me to say, I got COVID tested today and I already have my results and I'm negative. Hey, this is like 4 or 5 days in. Like, I don't even think I'm contagious anymore if I even had the freaking thing. Anyways, besides the point, this video has nothing to do with that. I mean, it did, but now it doesn't. So, what happens when you add antifreeze to your diesel's blue tank? That is the question. I have this friend. No, I don't have this friend. It was me. Last Monday, I think it was, my car was yelling at me, 500 more miles, you have to add blue into your tank. Okay, first vehicle I've ever had that I had to add blue. And the last time it needed blue, my husband put it in. It's weird. It goes in my TDI, it goes in the trunk. There's a place for you with blue in. So anyways, I say, well, as soon as I get home, I'll add it. You know, when I got back to Reno. And so that's the first thing I do before I go to work. Okay, open the trunk. There's a bottle there. Pour it into the tank. Done. Go to work. A couple days, or maybe a day, maybe an hour. My check engine light comes on. I'm like, what the heck? And it's telling me to add blue. All week it's telling me to add blue. I'm like, these newer cars are just ridiculous because, you know, you always have to go and get all the lights turned off whenever you do anything. You can't do anything yourself. You know, they have all these weird things that you have to do. Spin around on your head, tap twice. Anyways, so I was like, whatever, it's nothing. All right, so then let's fast forward down that week a little bit. I find out that maybe I had COVID all week and I can't go to the big manager dinner at the fancy steakhouse. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stay home. I'm going to get COVID tested as soon as I can. It takes 3 days to even get in. Anyway, so I go grocery shopping with my mask. And I come out and I'm putting my groceries in the car. And I see this white bottle in my trunk. What is that white bottle? I just saw blue in the store and it's in a blue bottle. So the blue that you put in your blue tank is in a blue bottle. This bottle is the bottle that I put into the blue tank. It was antifreeze. Antifreeze. Yeah. Son of a... Mayday, mayday, mayday. Oh shoot, what did I do? My car has had its check engine light on for a week. What did I do? I Google, I call my insurance, I call the dealership, I freak out. Yeah, they're like, you need to get your car in here as soon as possible. Great. And you know, a lot of times when you Google, like, what happens when you do this? They tell you that they had the same problem, but they never tell you what ended up happening or what they did. So I didn't see that. And I decided to call my husband, who was out cutting wood with his friend. And I was like, so I did a thing. He's like, oh my gosh, what did you do? Remind you, the week before, he drove all the way to Reno to jumpstart my car. Anywho. So, you know how I was supposed to put blue in my tank? Yeah. So, about a week ago, I put antifreeze in there. You did what? Not helping. So he proceeds to get upset. Tells me that his truck needs fixed because the transmission went out. And now I'm an idiot. And I don't know, I'm going to spend thousands of dollars to fix my car. And I tell him, stop yelling at me, you're not helping, and start crying. my gosh, what a freaking Bobby. But yeah, I cried. Telling him he's not helping, and he's like, well, what do you want? I have feelings. Okay. So then he tells his friend, and his friend just starts laughing and laughing and laughing at me. I tell him, Google it. Find out whatever you can about it, and then call me back. I'm going to take my groceries upstairs. So I take my groceries up, call him back. He thinks it's not that big of a deal in Googling and in talking to his friend, because what the blue does is it, I guess, heats up whatever going through your exhaust, just makes it cleaner. So none of this should have been going to my engine anyways. Why my check engine light was on, my husband thinks because the sensors got covered by antifreeze. He tells me to stick a stick down in and see how much antifreeze is in there. So I stick the stick down in there, and there's like barely any on this stick, like 1 to 2 inches of moisture from the, sorry, I just said moist, and I hate the word moist. Anybody knows me, and so I'm just saying it over and over. Anyways, besides the point, I'm like a freaking whatever, squirrel, can't stay focused. So anyways, yeah, so he's like, you can do one of 2 things. You can get something and take that stuff out, you know, like not siphon, but whatever. Well, at first he did tell me to siphon, and he's like, no, don't siphon antifreeze, because you're an idiot already, and that's poison. But you can get those little things that suck out the whatever and get rid of it, and then pour in blue, or you can just pour in the blue, whichever, whatever. So anyways, I decided to pout for the rest of the day because I may have screwed up my car, my husband's mad at me, and I might have COVID. So I'll go tomorrow and I'll get this stuff. And so I went to the store the next day. I mean, come on, I've already been driving on it for a week. I go, I buy the blue stuff, I dump it in, put the cap back on, because last time I actually forgot to put the cap back on too. I'm like, oh, that's why my engine light's on. It's because I forgot to put the cap back on to where you dump your blue in. And sometimes, like, if you leave like your gas lid off and stuff, you'll get like check engine or check whatever. Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, so I figured, oh, that's why my engine light's on. Now I gotta go into a dealership and have them turn it off. My poor sad life. Anywho, so I went to work the rest of that week. No, I didn't go to work because it was COVID. So I only drove it like 1 or 2 more times. I drove it. Oh, I think I went to Chick-fil-A and got some food, and it was fine. And now, it being Thursday, I decided, to hell with all this. If my stupid results are not going to come back, I'm just going to go home. I'm going to hang out with my family for the rest of the week. I'll go back to work on Monday because it's been well enough time since I had my symptoms. Whatever. I'm not going to be locked up in my apartment with my crazy ass dog. So, anyways, as I'm driving, I probably get 100 miles into my drive, my check engine light went off. Yeah, buddy. So, my guess is that ladies, or even gentlemen, if you make this sad mistake that I made, just add blue. If you want, suck it out with something, not siphon, don't kill yourself, but just add the blue. And don't tell anyone, because they all will think you're very, very, very stupid. I'll take this one for the team. But I'm letting you know how it goes and what you need to do. While we're talking about stupid things Sass does, I'll tell you one more. Because I don't know if I told anybody else. And it didn't turn out all that bad. But I've got like this thing in me that always needs to confess everything, no matter how big or small. So I was putting diesel fuel in probably like 3 weeks ago. And I went in the store and I got some stuff and I came back out, got in my car, and drove off without taking the freaking diesel pump out. Yeah. Ridiculous. I'm a freaking moron. So it's flapping around back there after it flew out of my car. The guy inside the store comes running out. I drive around to go back and see if I damaged anything and hang it back up, and maybe nobody noticed. Yeah, so the guy inside is coming out to, oh crap, we got to turn off the gas pumps or whatever he's thinking. And yeah, it was fine. I looked like a freaking moron. Hung it up. He's like, oh, I just didn't know if you noticed. I'm like, yeah, I noticed. Put my little gas cap back on and drive away and think I should never go to that gas station again because I'm a moron. So, anyways, I just seen that I got a text from my boss, my other boss, asking me if I got my COVID test. So, I'm gonna stop this video right here and answer my boss that I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours on my way home. So, thanks for listening to all my sadness.